Hello survivors, we've got lots to talk about today, from PlayStation to the Turkey event, structure skins, the Switch update, cross-platform mods and ExtraLife, all happening over the next few weeks. So don't forget to subscribe to keep up with everything that's going on. So let's start off with the elephant in the room. That's right, PlayStation. There's so many players out there still waiting to experience ARK Ascended, and it can't come soon enough. In the latest community crunch, the developers confirmed that ARK Ascended is currently in certification with Sony. Now, I think that's actually a pretty important statement, because I think this is the first time they've actually confirmed it is in certification. All the previous times they've pretty much mentioned about they're iterating with their partners and Sony, but never actually stated it was in certification until now, at least from what I recall. So I'd take that as a bit of a bittersweet positive. They are still saying early December. They aren't in a position to give an anticipated release date yet, and to be honest, I don't blame them for it. If they continue to give out dates before knowing it's past certification like they've done with Xbox, then if it fails, then they're turned into liars in the eyes of some of the players. So it's better to hold off with that information until they've got the green light from Sony, even though I understand how frustrating it is waiting for news. But December is only a week away now, so fingers crossed for better news in the next community crunch. Now, this wouldn't be ARK news without a delay, right? That's right, there has been a pushback, and this time it's the Turkey trial event. The event has now been pushed back to Friday, December 1st, as they want to be fully prepared with it. They have stated that it's an abbreviated event because this event has come as a test on running events in the new form of mods in preparation for the first proper event at Christmas. But they've never actually said how it is an abbreviated event. What won't we be getting? We know we'll be getting super turkeys, and they've listed all the skins and content that we'll be getting, and the only things not specified that normally are specified in these events are the Dodo Rex and the Chibis. So I'm wondering whether we'll get either of those and whether there's anything else missing in this abbreviated event. But they do have new content coming with the very first event, which includes new skins, pumpkin pie hat, forehead cooked turkey hat, wreath-like forest crown hat, cornucopia inspired feeding trough, and turkey deep fryer cooking pot. And this makes me so happy. I'm so pleased to see that we're getting structure skins in the events. I mean, I'd really like to see skins for gloves and boots as well, because they never do that. They always do shirts, pants, underwear, and hats as well. Literally all of those, but never gloves or boots. But getting skins for these items is great. But I don't recall seeing a skin slot in any of these structures though, so I suspect you'll need to pick up any that you've already placed down and drag the skin onto it like you do with armor, and then replace it. But yeah, looking forward to seeing what those look like. We've also got two new emotes as well, touchdown and friends gesture. And then there's a whole load of event colours as well, which doesn't include any of the new colours that have recently been introduced. But hopefully we might see some of those with the big Winter Wonderland event later in December. So yes, that's happening on Friday, December 1st. There's no time yet for it when it will start, and no indication of what rates there will be. However, ExtraLife does start the day after, which will bring rates from donations. So I believe it will likely be incorporated with that for at least the weekend. There are a whopping 120 new cross-platform mods coming to ARK Ascended, providing console players with a huge list of mods to choose from. Now, I'm not going to read through every single one in this list. That would be ridiculous. If you want to have a read through the list, you can find the link to the Community Crunch and the CurseForge website down in the description. And that's not all. They've said there's even more to come in the next few days, so I suspect that will be throughout next week. It's great to finally see console players joining in the fun, even though I have heard there's been a few issues installing some of the mods, and some of the ARK Editions creatures are having some issues. ExtraLife is still happening on December the 2nd. They are not pushing it back for the PlayStation release. So I'll be curious to know, and I'm sure the PlayStation players will as well, exactly how they'll manage this in terms of what rates PlayStation will start with when it's launched, considering the other platforms will be so far ahead by the time ExtraLife is over. But I'm sure they've already taken that into consideration, and we don't know yet whether the ExtraLife rates from donations are going to be as big as they have been in previous years. They might actually make the increments per milestone a bit smaller, so it might not reach 12 times as it has in the past. It might be considerably smaller. But there are more details coming on ExtraLife in next Friday's community crunch prior to the event starting on Saturday. And there's another pushback. Yes, I did say it's not ARK news without a pushback, but this time it's on the ARK Switch version, with Genesis Part 2 sadly being pushed into early 2024. Grove Street have actually been very good with meeting their target dates for the map so far, but sadly with this one it was missed by at least a month or two. There's still all of the community maps to come to the Switch. So far they only have Ragnarok, so there's lots more content to come next year. That's all of the news for today, survivors. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to keep up with all the latest ARK news.